Alright, so this is an overview of our cloud-based remote control system for your panels called ClearTouch Command. I'm going to go ahead and log into the interface, and with that I'll be able to see all of the panels. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get our panel up onto the screen. So Steve's going to go over there and set up our panel. He's going to go into settings, and then he'll go to remote. And then he's going to put in the school code. Every school would get its own unique code, and in this case it's 319469. And then we're going to give this panel a unique name, so we'll call this one Sales 1. All one, yeah, no space. He'll hit confirm, and then we'll go back into our managed devices here. And this is now popped up already. That's how quick it connects even through the cloud. So now that we've got our panel on and connected, from here all of the panels that we would put inside of this school, and then later at a coming time you'll be able to actually, as a district, be able to see each individual school. Within each individual school you can also create groups. So if you wanted, say for instance, to create a 4th grade hallway, a 5th grade hallway, and group panels in various different groups, you can do that. So ClearTouch Command is actually going to give you the ability to do some different types of functions for an individual panel or a group of panels or all of your panels. So we're going to start out by doing a couple of device specific things. So I'm going to select that panel, and I'll go into device. And here's where I can actually turn this panel off or reboot the panel. I can also change the input, so I'm going to change it over to the PC inputs and hit that send command. You can execute this now, you can schedule this for a later time, or you can make this a recurring operation. So this one is going to be an immediate command, so I'll get Steve to go ahead and log into the PC over here, and he'll just swipe that up. So think about the instances where maybe you have a substitute teacher in the classroom. Maybe they clicked a button and went to a different input on the panel and don't know how to get back to, say, the PC input where they left off. And so from that standpoint, a simple support phone call to your district could say, okay, hey, let me just switch that input back for you. So you have the abilities to do that. We could also do things such as, let's say we wanted to brighten up the panel. So I just sent a command out that would do that. I can set it back to standard and hit the send command on that. For sound, same thing. We have all the different modes. These are all functions that you can find if Steven shows the swipe up menu from the panel. These are all the same different types of modes that can be changed from the panel if you hit the little dot buttons over there to the right, top right. And so a lot of those types of functions can also be done right here from ClearTouch Command. I can also send basically a bell ringer. You can schedule and have them recurring, and you can, if you go into where you manage your ringtones, you can upload different ones. You can have simple recordings. We can also, something like the Notre Dame fight song, and you can set them for 10, 20, 30 seconds. So think about a backup bell ringer if you need it to be. I'm going to send that out at this point. All right, so that was a pre-recorded operation. Let me switch that to the Notre Dame fight song. And you can see, even through the cloud, how quickly that is to respond to that. Now the other thing that I can do, I can also send files, certain types of files, over to Android. So if I wanted to send this one over here, a picture file, anything that I wanted to do that, it's actually going to put it in the Finder folder on Android. So if you go to Finder and you go to, it's going to be right there. So there's that photo that we just sent, and we were able to send that directly to the panel. Now, a couple of other things that we can do from Cloud Remote. I can also basically get a status of what's going on the panel. First of all, by monitoring, I can take a look at what is currently on the screen. And what this does, this refreshes about every 9-10 seconds. So it's going to pop up here and show me that same same screen. If Stephen happened to switch over to the PC input, for instance, we're going to see that refreshed even on our desktop monitoring. And so in just a few seconds here, you're going to see everything that he did. And there was the little swipe menu that he brought up. And here in just a few seconds, we'll now see that current screen from that PC input, and there it is. So it allows, again, from a support standpoint, your technicians to take a quick look at, an issue that a teacher might have in the classroom and get basically first eyes on an issue that she might report. So that is that. If we have several of those panels up there at the same time, we can actually click on this device list button, and it would show us snapshots of all the selected panels that might have been in that environment. Now the other thing is that we can immediately send some text alerts to the panel. So I can go in here and I can type in a message. So I can say, please dismiss bus riders. And we can loop that however many times we want. We can also set this ahead of time, so we can schedule a bunch of these out, and or I can send it immediately. And when I do that, it's going to put a little bubble at the top of the screen there that allows us to see. Basically, it's going to tell us 5 times that I told it to please dismiss the bus riders. So it's a nice way to send silent alerts to the classroom without a pardon the interruption, all call over your speaker system to the classroom and all the way down the hallway. You can target an individual classroom with a message, or say a hallway, say the 4th grade hallway bus riders, or if you needed to get a message out, quiet message out to the entire school, you could do that. So there's a calendar feature on here too. So if you wanted to put a permanent message up on the panel that says 3 days until such and such an event, that could be done from here as well. So that's another feature of this. Operation record, it keeps a record of any of the commands that had been sent out, the ones that were sent out immediately, the ones that were scheduled, the ones that are recurring, the text messages. So all of those types of things, there's always a record of those that you can always go back into. Now I'm logged in as basically the super admin of this console. And as such, I can actually go in and I can assign other general administrators. So if you've got some people at the school level that you'd like to assign rights to so that they can send messages to a classroom, say from the front office or from the principal's office, that type of thing, it is possible to set them up as a administrator. So this is phase 1 of ClearTouch Command. There are going to be a lot more features coming in phase 2. But with that, that concludes our demo of the cloud-based remote. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to select our device here again, and I'm going to power off the panel. Send that out here, and you can see we're now powering down. So think about being able to make sure, and this can be scheduled as well, and it can be a recurring schedule, making sure that all your panels shut down and receive that command a couple times every night, so that you save power in the overnight hours. Also, if someone happens to walk in, say at 7 o'clock at night, you could have set the panel to receive another power down command at, say, 10 o'clock at night, just to ensure that all panels truly are powered down for the evening. So with that, thanks for watching, and let us know if you have any questions.